So this is the guy that's taking over Superman? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the film review, episode number 6. And the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is directed by Zack Snyder, who also directed the Dawn of the Dead remake, 300, and Watchmen, and it stars Emily Browning, Abby Cornish, Jenna Malone, Vanessa Hudgens, and Carla Gugino, among many others. Now, the story is kind of hard to describe, but I'll try my best to put it in the best way possible. There's a girl named Baby Doll who is sent to a mental institution after accidentally killing her sister. But, it's kind of a whorehouse or something. And then she has to find these objects in order to break out, and the other girls there fight with her in these dream worlds she creates. I will say this first. Sucker Punch is an appropriately titled name for this film because it delivers a sucker punch to the audience. Because I absolutely hated this movie. Nothing in this film works at all. I mean, if you understood the plot description that I just described, then I applaud you. The story makes absolutely no sense. I mean, in the beginning of the film, we see Baby Doll being sent to this mental institution, but then it just shifts into this sort of nightclub slash burlesque house. And then all of a sudden, when she's asked to dance these dances, she goes into these dream worlds where she fights off these different creatures. And the worst part about all this is that in between these different worlds, there's no transition, and there's absolutely no explanation as to why she goes between this world and that world and the different levels and all this and all that. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The performances here are pretty flat too, with the exception of Jenna Malone. These actresses deliver their lines with the dullest inflections, but maybe that's because some of the dialogue that they're handed is absolutely atrocious. I mean, one of the stupidest lines in this movie comes from Scott Glenn, who's kind of like the Zen master that they're following. And right before they're about to go into battle, he says this one line, and I'll try and say this without laughing, but here goes. He says this line, he says, "Remember, don't ever forget to cash a check with your mouth that you can't cash with your ass." What the hell does that mean? I absolutely laughed hysterically at that line because it made no sense whatsoever. Honestly, the action sequences themselves are nothing special because I felt a lot of them ripped off other better movies like Lord of the Rings and I, Robot, and just, the thing is, you could have the coolest special effects and the coolest action sequences in a movie, but I won't care if I don't give a crap about the story or the characters. Ultimately, I'm going to give Sucker Punch 0.5 out of 5 stars. I mean, with the exception of Jenna Malone. She was not bad. This is by far the worst movie I have seen this year. Just, wow. I really hope Nolan reins in Snyder on the Superman movie. Let's just all hope so. So that is it for this review. My next review will be sometime next weekend when I review Source Code, the new sci-fi film from Duncan Jones. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on the other side.